doesn't work right the first time, and wouldn't it be good if surgeons could try out the operation first without touching the patient? Well, some plastic surgeons are doing just that.
First thing we'll do is rotate that segment. I think you can see we can freely move it. And in this case, she needs to have the upper teeth tipped down so that they fit the lowers. And then we'll move the whole piece forward.
This is not just a computer model of the human skull. This is a tool used by doctors to plan plastic surgery. It enables the surgeon to try out several approaches and learn which is best before he actually carries out the surgery.
It's very much like an architect and a builder. The architecture is really done on the machine, and in the operating room, you just try and carry out the plan.
This computer image shows the skull of Gisela Joseph, a 20-year-old college student from Puerto Rico. She was born with a rare affliction called Crouzon's disease, which left the front of her face caved in.
Since I was little, I would ask my mom, why is my brother beautiful and I'm not? I really didn't handle it that well because I did have bad days, you know, when I said, why did that happen to me? That's a question everybody asks.
Ms. Joseph is undergoing a series of corrective operations at the Institute of Reconstructive Surgery of New York University Medical Center. The first and most important surgery was last January. Now she is returning for a series of checkups while doctors plan future operations. The doctors take measurements of her face and x-ray her with a CAT scan machine, which provides cross-sectional images. This was how her skull looked before the first operation. This is how it appears now. The doctors are able to view her bone structure using another program, which allows them to see the image in 3 dimensions, with shading from different angles. This information, along with other measurements, is fed into the program used for planning the operation, which was developed by Dr. Court Cutting. After several trials, the doctors, using the computer, work out a specific operation plan, giving them in advance exact measurements of how bones and other structures will be moved around. Dr. Joseph McCarthy is the surgeon who is in charge of the operations on Ms. Joseph.
When we first started doing these operations 10 years ago, in the operating room, we'd sort of fly by the seat of our pants. We would move the bone forward and we'd step back 3 or 4 feet from the operating table and say, is that too much, is that too little? And often have the anesthesiologist participate in the evaluation, and we were going by our eye. And now we can approach it much more precisely.
For the patient, the first operation has already made a tremendous difference.
The difference is such a feeling of freedom.
Freedom from what, Gisela?
I don't know. It's when you go out in the streets, you walk, you know, the world is mine. So now I can do whatever I want. Knowing that's a reality, but you look at life like that. Mm-hmm. Like you don't have any handicap and you don't have any obstacle for you right now.
The physicians believe that computer programs will play an increasing role in the planning of plastic surgery.
As we look to that kind of increasing role, what kind of severe limitations are we talking about in the computer?
Well, obviously, until the doctors get in and cut the bones, they can't really do it. But this is an enormous help. Like he said, that amazing story where you could adjust the bones and ask other people, hey, how's it work?
This way you get a look before you go in.
That's
there.
right.